If you're breaking generational curses or you the black sheep of your family, you a narcissistic family scapegoat, I wanted to share this comment that this guy left. I tend to sometimes I'll watch black sheep videos or Reddit posts or core posts. You know, I like to hear other people's stories who have been through the same thing that I've been through, you know what I mean? Because even though I'm 3 years no contact, I work on myself, I make content about being a black sheep of my family and stuff like that. It's still a situation that's kind of like, it's still bizarre to me, you know what I mean? The fact that narcissists exist in general is still bizarre to me 3 years later. Or the fact that my whole family was against me is still bizarre to me. But I love to listen to other people's stories and perspectives that went through the same thing as me. And that's why I wrote my own story, The Definition of Perseverance, on Amazon.com. That's why I wrote my own story and my own perspective, because I feel like it will help other people. Because when I was going through my pain, like in the beginning, other people's stories helped me a lot. So I felt like I would put that out. I wanted to tell my story as well as help other people. No, I'm not trying to sell y'all my book in this video. I want to show y'all this comment. I was watching this lady's video, Vibe Divine. Go check her out. She's a black sheep of the family. She made a video on being a black sheep of the family like a year ago. And like I said, I like to search the web and listen to other people's stories or perspectives and stuff like that based off of the things that I've been through. Because not a lot of people know about narcissism. Not a lot of people know about being a black sheep and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not a lot of people I can go and talk to one-on-one that will get it. And sometimes it's just good to hear it, you know what I mean? So in the video, she's talking about being a black sheep. She's talking about why they dislike you, or why the people within that system, the narcissistic family system or the dysfunctional family, will treat you the way that they do. This comment right here was so powerful, yo. He said it's driven by jealousy. Nobody breaks into an empty house. Think about that. That's a Kendrick bar. There's something inside of you that they want. We first go through this, we have a habit of minimizing ourselves. I feel like I used to do that a lot, you know what I'm saying, before I'd done a lot of work on myself over the past 3 years. But this first line, the first two lines, he basically saying it plain and simple. It's driven by jealousy. Nobody breaks into an empty house. There's something inside of you that they want. Like, you probably felt like, you know, didn't have a lot of things in line and you had a lot of things to work on, you feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got certain qualities on the inside of you, and that's why the individuals that were around you try to tear you down, and still consistently trying to tear you down. They typically try to pull you close, and then they try to tear you down, be passive aggressive, throw short shots at you, and basically abuse you, narcissistically abuse you. He said people hate you for one of three reasons. They either hate themselves, they want to be you, or they see you as a threat. And he basically said he don't care if nobody like him nowadays. But it's so funny because before I knew what this dynamic was, I was pulling away from my family because I had went through my breakup, and I kind of realized I was on the narcissistic family system because I started watching videos, right? And basically what he's saying right here is they don't like you because they hate themselves, or they want to be you, or they see you as a threat. I remember going to hang out with one of my friends in my hometown. One of my old homies, Yesenia, shout out to her. And I remember I did a vlog with her. It's still on my YouTube page. I did a vlog with her, and I came home. The golden child, the narcissist, one of the narcissists in my family, you know what I mean? The golden child. I remember coming home, and like I said, I'm distancing myself, so I start to see my family differently. And I remember a golden child brother says, oh yeah, I see, because he used to want to do YouTube, right? He was like, yeah, I see you, you made a video with that girl, you know. And then he said this, he said, yeah, that's kind of how I always wanted to make videos. And before, if I was still in that dynamic and meshed into it, I wouldn't have understood what he meant by that. But that was him showing his jealousy because I was operating in a way authentically that he couldn't be. You feel what I'm saying? And he tried the YouTube thing. He tried to do stuff like that. But I started to realize, because I've been making YouTube videos since I was real little. So these are some of my videos. And then these are more of my videos. But even though I just seen it as something small, I just seen it as, no, that's just what I do when I isolate myself, or when I separate from my family, or when I don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? This is what I would do. See, 15 years ago, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I would do. But I realized how I am and how I operate is they don't have that internally. You know what I'm saying? So the creativity when it comes to music, videos, how I operate, my personality, is something that they don't have within my family system. So to go back to what he was saying, you know, he said the three reasons is they either hate themselves, they want to be you, or they see you as a threat. And so I grew up in that, and you probably did too, whoever watching this. So you don't even think like that. I don't even think like they probably hate themselves, because you're in it, so you don't think that way, and you don't think they want to be me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't think that. Now, if you come across toxic friends or whatever the case may be, or toxic friends, you might notice that they see you as a threat. But when you're enmeshed in a toxic family system, you don't be thinking that about your own people. Now, they show it here and there with how they operate. They show it. They start to show it more the more than I started paying attention and I started working on myself. But you're not thinking that about your own family, your brothers and sisters and stuff like that, until you read the Bible and it starts to make sense. You know what I mean? So once I went through my spiritual awakening, I learned my ex was a narcissist, and I learned my mom was, and I started reading in the Bible. I realized that Cain unalived Abel, and then I really started to see how they was operating. I was like, bro, my family is really evil, and they don't like me. And it was frustrating because, like I said, other people didn't understand it, and I'm sitting here trying to like call for help in a sense, not help, but just like, I wanted other people to see it. I'm like, yo, bro, these supposed to be my people. Y'all not seeing this? You know what I mean? That's how I felt for real, but you know what I mean? That's just how the game go, and it's not as black and white as just being like, yo, y'all gotta see this, because a lot of people are not self-aware. But anyways, if you're watching this, you're a generational curse breaker, a black sheep of the family, a narcissistic family scapegoat, just remember, like he said, this was a bar, this was tough, this is a dope line. He said, nobody breaks into an empty house. Think about that. Nobody breaks it. It's some value in there. You have value internally, and it's not for you to become egotistical and be like, yeah, I'm super valuable, they can stop me. They can't stop you, but like, it's not about you. I keep saying this. It's not about you. It's about who God created you to become, so you can help other people that's walking this same path. First, help yourself. You know what I mean? Save yourself. Don't try to save other people. Save yourself. Build yourself up. And then who you become will influence other people. It will motivate other people. And keep going.